What is going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Thursday, December 16th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I hope you're doing well coming into this Thursday. I do want to give a big birthday shout out. Yes, another birthday shout out. I have a lot of Saggies that are close to me. I love Saggies. But I want to give a big birthday shout out to my dear friend, Yitka. I am so grateful to have her in my life, and it's crazy. We teach each other so much, and she's been such a bright spot in my life, and I know she's going to watch this, and I know she's going to feel so warm and fuzzy in her Saggy heart. And she'll be like, I knew you were going to say it. I believed you were going to wish me a happy birthday. I saw it in a dream. Actually, she just told me I better shout her out for her birthday, but beside the point, happy birthday, Yitka. I am so grateful for you. Your cookies are amazing. Your art is amazing. If you follow me on Instagram, a lot of the planetary posts I've been putting up lately for horoscopes, Yitka is the mastermind behind the art. And on Instagram, she goes by Lucitka, and she's a dear friend, great esoteric mind, so much wisdom in that Sag. So check her out. Also, photographer, great photographer. She has a scenery page too, Scenery by Yitka. That's there as well too. So check her work out. Give her some birthday love. Saggies love give them all the birthday love. They need it. They want it. They believe in it. All right. Getting into the horoscope today, let's take a look at it. Anybody else out there, if you got a birthday coming up and you want to let me know, I'll give you a birthday shout out. I'll offer that to you because I love you all so much. So I just want you to know that's on the table. All right. We're going to have this moon finishing up in Taurus today, and it's going to square Jupiter in Aquarius, and it's going to make a little quincunx over to the sun early in the morning as well, with the sun building up on that sextile to Jupiter. So today definitely has more life than yesterday. Yesterday was a little slow going, a little floaty. I think today wants to be more assertive for what it is we really want to connect to and what it is we really want to have, what it is we really want to feel good in life. So we're really trying to, I think, see the vision, come out of the dream a little bit, but bring it to some sort of intellectual sense, like a higher knowing of a purpose in your personal life that you really want. But it's not just every little belief. It's almost like we can be in this place of there's so many things, and Mars in the South Node, and that South Node dispositing this Jupiter, so many things, when really it's there can be a ton of things in your personal life that actually need the attention, the physical attention, the higher mental attention. What are those? Focus on those things that are actually going to bring that substance into your life that you're looking for. If you're just trying to open up this big can of worms for this big something, well, we might have to rethink those things. And that's kind of where we're coming into, even with a Venus retrograde that's coming on Saturday with Pluto and Venus passing Pluto. We're going to have to kind of go inside and reevaluate what it is we really want to build right now, and what is this story going to show us. And I think that there's so many options for that, but we really want to consolidate and narrow things down. And I would say Mercury's helping with that in Capricorn. Definitely, having us kind of pinpoint what the greatness is, what the destiny looks like. What do you want out of life right now? And I think we can bring that in, have Mars coming off the opposition to the North Node in Gemini and off that South Node. It's much more like here in your present moment. The more present you are with what you believe in and where that can take you as an individual, and kind of really looking at that, I think we're going to feel more substance. Now that moon is going to come into Gemini midday, and that's a little switch. So today's kind of a two-part, energy day, if you will, with that sun at 25 degrees. So it's almost like as the sun comes to 25, that makes a net 7. A lot of divine inspiration. I feel like actually with the sun at 25 starting to sextile Jupiter, and even the moon squaring it, it's almost like forcing the universe to show something amazing to you. But it's not probably going to be, if you're looking for something just way out in the distance or in the world, that's probably not what's going to show up the way you want it to. It's the stuff right here, right now in your present life that does make sense, that has your truth kind of baked into the pie, if you will. And so we kind of go from kind of slow going early, and I think today kind of like there's a switch up. We're starting to feel some of that full moon energy that's coming Friday evening, and it's like, okay, what are the immediate truths in my life that I want to, switch, or, I don't want to juggle so much. Maybe we're trying to juggle so many things right now, when really it's like, all right, kick some of that stuff off to the side and focus on the important stuff in your personal life, and that does excite you. Because I think it can go from kind of like, some of this energy, and then God kind of shows up and is like, be excited about this. Be excited about what you can do right here, right now, with what you got and what you have the capacity for, and what's really going to transform your life to something of this ultimate substance, of this like destiny, if you will. I think a lot of us are in a place right now where we're starting to see, and I think today kind of shows where the universe is like, yo, there's something big, but it involves your attention. Like, you have to be paying attention in your life to see that gift. If you're not paying attention with this moon in Gemini, it's just going to go right over your head almost, and you'll be like, oh, where is it? I missed it. And we don't want to be feeling like that, of course. So that's kind of where I'm at today, is looking at the stuff in your life. That moon's going to cross over the North Node. It's going to oppose Mars also in Sagittarius. There can be a little tension, I would say, if we're just trying to go out into this huge expanse without paying attention to the most important things right in front of us. And we want to be like able to take action. We want to be willing to emotionally, cut something away that was of an old story, or it doesn't, make this immediate sense. So it's like having this ability to somewhat detach, to look at the fact, look at the truth of the matter in your life for, I guess, the things that can really make a difference right now, that I think the universe is trying to show. And that's where the gift is. That's where, you're going to see more of your individuality shine, is close knit, close to home, if you will. But it does bring up a lot of conversation. I think this moon in Gemini will want to talk, but it is opposing that Mars and that South Node. So, be wary if people are trying to cut your beliefs down, or if they're trying to force beliefs on you. It can definitely bring up some uncomfortable, conversations, I would say. But at the same time, it's like, just be you. Just be what's unique to you, authentic to you, and, hold the line of what your truth is, and express how you're feeling, But that doesn't mean cut other people down or let people cut you down. It's just like having the wherewithal to, know when to force action, or force emotion, or force belief, and know when to kind of like, maybe even disconnect a little, with Saturn and Jupiter here, and Moon square Jupiter early in the morning. We want to just know when to be non-attached. And that's the best advice I could give anybody right now, is be non-attached to what, other people are trying to do. Be attached to what you're trying to do and what makes sense to you. And at the same time, like, even the stuff in your personal life, like, be okay with making a switch up. Like, we're in switch up times. It's the best advice I can give people. And we are within a degree of the Saturn-Uranus square. So yeah, there's just, a lot of things could be, chipping away, or a lot of this physical substance that we've grown so attached to. We're at a really radical point right now where it's almost like timelines are changing. You could be seeing your timeline change. I do think that this is where, even groups of people can kind of switch what they're thinking, switch sort of this attitude. And it could be based around information. It could be based around their own independent, knowing of something that shows up, and then they switch up for that. Very interesting. And just when it comes to relationships, if I clear this chart, like, we are in such interesting times for relationships. I did mention yesterday, go away. I did mention yesterday that Juno, which I did call Juno's wife, it's Jupiter's wife, of course, is in trine to Uranus, and I don't like how skinny that is. There we go. Is in trine to that Uranus. So there's like definitely radical relationship aspects that are more destined, that are more practical, that make more sense, that are kind of like showing up for like each individual. But we have Eros, which does rule passion and kind of sexual energy with Saturn. So we're also in this place with like Eros on Saturn. Like that is kind of, it's almost too strict. Like, where are people being too strict with, like, it's almost very conditional love when I look at that. It's like, oh, well, I'll love you if you do this. Like, we don't want to be in those situations. And with a Venus on Pluto and getting ready to go retrograde, there's a lot about relationships here that are getting kind of shattered. And maybe that's part of the shattered reality with Saturn square Uranus and Eros starting to square Uranus. Like, relationships are in a very sensitive place right now. And even with Mercury starting to get into that square with Chiron, which we'll see by the weekend, like, I mean, oh my gosh. So I would say God could be coming through in big ways right now to show you, like, how are you going to keep going up your ladder in life? Are you going to keep moving towards your goals and what you know is, you know, of substance in your life, and not be, you know, scared to identify with that or scared to understand what you need? Because there's this codependence with Venus Pluto where we can just, like, I need this person, but they don't want to go in the same direction, or they're not in the same timeline. And I mentioned, like, timeline switching. Like, this is where, I mean, it's dicey for relationships right now, you know, and Venus, of course, rules so much. You know, it has much more. It's values, relationship to self, relationships to others, the things in life that make us really feel good. But with so much other relationship stuff going on in the chart, it's just like, oh my gosh, we could definitely be feeling some dicey, erratic energy when it comes to relationships and, you know, beliefs getting forced, or, you know, trying to make other people be on their own thing. And, like, it's not about indoctrinating or bringing people into, like, a certain side in life right now. This is like, you already know your side. You want to be with people and have that energy that's trying to progress with you and build around that, and not, like, deter you from whatever this story and this mission might be for you. Very interesting. And then, I don't know, I just feel like bringing this up now too to kind of prepare you guys, is that Jupiter is going to come to 28 degrees by the end of this week, and these nodes are starting to square Jupiter. So into January, we are going to have Jupiter square the nodes. We're going to have we're going to have Saturn square the nodes next year. We're going to have North Node Uranus next year. So there's definitely a lot going on with these nodes. And even as we're finishing off, this is like the last time, right, as we build up to this full moon, that we get a lunation cycle in Sagittarius, Gemini with these nodes. Like, so much of this is about, like, your truth coming out and you embracing that and having a vision based on that and what that means for you. And of course, Aquarius is groups and people and humanity. But, you know, it's the two waves, and really it's like we got to become a group of one right now and see the power in that. When you have that, you'll see who's on the same wavelength as you and who isn't. And I think beliefs are in a very touchy place right now as they're starting to square the nodes with Jupiter here, and especially with Mars South Node and the nodes finishing and South Node finishing in, you know, Sagittarius. Just people are going to try to persuade people to hop on their side of, you know, hop on this boat, don't go on that boat. And you want to be in, like, that group of one state where you can non-attach to what others need and make sure that you're paying attention and being very smart and connecting for what your beliefs are and kind of holding true to that. And I just want to bring that up today as I finish this one. I do hope you have a great day. I'm sending you all my love and best. Happy birthday, Yitka. Or as I call her, Yitty. Sometimes I call her Jitty. Oh my gosh. What do we got here? Judgment. Upright. Yeah, that was kind of what I was feeling too with this horoscope, especially with the sun at 27, is like, God's trying to show you something, and, like, there's going to be trumpets blazing, but you don't want to be so caught up in something that isn't of your truth right now, or someone else's truth, or what they want, so that you're missing some of this, like, judgment calls and this, like, horn blazing for you to go in this direction. I think today's a positive day to switch up, get back to yourself, listen to where, you know, God's really blazing the horn for you to go right now. And, you know, these things are going to start building. We're getting close to a full moon, and I think it's going to reveal a lot of truth in our personal lives. about what is not of the news story and what doesn't make sense any longer, so that we can really believe and have faith in the individuated story and link up for where that's going. But yeah, judgment, you know, it is judgment times. Like we're taking big leaps towards where we ultimately want to go in life, and those signs are going to show up. You want to be present for those signs. They're going to be good. I will pull another card. Why did we get the Judgment card? Another major arcana. We got the Magician reversed. You feel like we don't have the tools, maybe, or like we're not ready for the magic to come into our life and to listen to this big calling. But we're in a very special time right now to listen to that. I feel like a lot of it can be through other people in life right now, like other people. That's kind of what's coming through, or trying to deter people from really finding their magic and listening to this big call. You know, that it is like a destiny call, if you will, right now. And since we got two majors, what's the other one? The Five of Cups upright. Yeah, I don't know. We're in a. It kind of reminds me of relationships again right now. Like, it's just coming in, so I'm gonna say it. But relationships are at a very critical moment, and that's, I think, where a lot of the sorrow could be, because we have to be paying attention to the signs right now and not get caught up in where they were before. But we don't want to be, you know, emotionally let down, because that's taking the magic away, right? So we got to get really back to like seeing the bright side, seeing that there's still things standing in our life that have truth that we really want to act on, and go with the calling that, you know, whatever that's showing us, go follow that. And if you're feeling down or you're feeling like your magic's not there, it's just because you got to kind of shift perspective and look at the bright side that is right here, right now for you, and not focus too much on the things that make you feel, you know, just kind of, you know, out in the cold or feeling, you know, apathetic. We want to try and find positivity today. And I think it's a good day for that. It is Jupiter Day. Anything you can find that's positive will ultimately show you the magic that you have that's going to make you feel better. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow. Much love. Peace.